Hi guys, Liz Truss, who's hoping to replace Boris Johnson, has styled herself on that of Margaret Thatcher, the so-called Iron Lady, the one that does not turn. Truss has said that the Conservative Party need to vote for someone who will stand up to tyrants like Vladimir Putin, for example. However, when it comes to one-on-one interviews, it seems Tin Lizzie isn't exactly made of steel. She was due to conduct an interview with Nick Robinson of the BBC. Nick is hardly Andrew Neil, but even he seems to be too much of a hard hitter for her. Have a listen.
In the last few minutes, it's been announced that the Conservative Party leadership candidate Liz Truss has pulled out of a BBC One television interview with Nick Robinson that was scheduled for tomorrow evening. It comes after Ms Truss's team hit back at criticism of her economic plans, after the Institute for Fiscal Studies think tank said that those plans were simplistic and warned that proposals to cut some taxes could even crash the economy. Well,
So Liz Truss came up with these ideas. Okay, what we'll do is we'll cut taxes and we'll cut VAT and we'll get rid of the Green Levy. And that's fine as long as she's not actually being challenged on that. And of course, in a one-on-one interview, she would be challenged on that. Because during the hustings, a question would be asked of a journalist and of the audience, but there would be no follow-up. But in a one-on-one interview, she'd have to go into detail, and obviously she's not cut out for that. Now, just think for a moment, if Liz Truss becomes Prime Minister, how the heck is she going to deal with Prime Minister's questions?
Political correspondent Damien Grammaticus is here. First of all, let's talk about this interview, Damien. Why has she pulled out?
Well, what the BBC press officer have said in the last few minutes is she's pulled out because she could no longer spare the time.
She couldn't spare the time. What is she doing at the moment? Obviously, this is a lie. Now, there are two reasons probably for this. One is she can't face a journalist. She can't face real questioning. And the second is probably, we're on the cusp of the vote. And she could be afraid that she could say something really stupid and it could turn people against her, turn the party against her. Now, I don't think that's really the case because she has it pretty much in the bag, and I think she could come out and say whatever the hell she wants and she'd still win it. There's so many people have invested so much in her that it would be frankly embarrassing for them to pull their support at the last minute. But maybe there is a bit of a fear that she will really mess up, and it's better just to avoid this. But it shows fear. It shows that you're not in control, and you can't even face a few questions from a journalist.
Is what we've been told. This was agreed about 2.5 weeks ago or so, so Liz Truss at the time agreed to the interview. It's scheduled to happen tomorrow, 7 p.m. It was due to be recorded with, as you say, Nick Robinson, the former political editor, now presenter of the Today programme, as part of a series he's been doing about our next Prime Minister, and the explanation given, as I was saying, that she can't fit it in.
She can't fit it in. So she agreed to do it some weeks ago, and now she can't fit it in. Obviously, she's running scared. Why would you agree to something and then pull it at the last minute? And this is very important. It's very important that you're challenged by journalists. Because, as I said, a husting is you're asked a question and you respond. You're asked another question and you respond. And you can have your script prepared. But Liz Truss can't go off script. She fumbles. She's not able to think on the spot. And that's going to really damage her if she becomes Prime Minister. At least Boris Johnson is capable of thinking on the spot and responding. Liz Truss, it seems, is not. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.